What if giants weren't just myths, but our mentors and our greatest rivals? Forget the fairy tales. We're going back to a time when titans walked the earth, their footsteps echoing like thunder, shaping the very mountains and rivers we see today. These weren't mindless monsters. They were architects of the ancient world, their laws carved into monolithic stones that still stand, silent witnesses to a forgotten age. For millennia, they reigned supreme. But humanity is not a species that stays in the shadows. From scattered tribes huddled around ritual fires, a new power began to rise. A young warrior, his bronze braces gleaming, learned to track the colossal footprints left in the mud. He wasn't alone. A priestess, her jade charms clinking softly, discovered how to interpret the stars, not as celestial bodies, but as a map left by the giants. And an elderly scribe, his hands stained with ink, painstakingly pieced together fragmented scrolls, uncovering the giants' weaknesses and their strengths. Alliances were forged in whispers, and a quiet defiance grew into a roar. The age of giants was ending, and the age of humans was about to be born in fire and war. The final battle raged on a stormlit plain, where monolithic ruins clawed at the sky. The ground shook as a towering giant, his braided hair whipping in the wind, swung a weapon that could splinter mountains. Against him stood the united tribes of humanity. But just as the warrior prepared for a final, desperate charge, the priestess cried out. She had deciphered the markings on the ruins, not as a declaration of war, but as a pact. Suddenly, the giant stopped. He wasn't fighting to destroy them, but to test them. He lowered his weapon, revealing a hidden compartment filled not with a tool of destruction, but with forbidden technology, gleaming bronze artifacts and schematics for tools that could build civilizations. The scribe looked on, realizing the truth. This wasn't a war of extermination. It was a graduation. The giants weren't tyrants. They were guardians, pushing humanity to evolve, to unite, to become strong enough to inherit the world. The pact wasn't about subjugation, it was about succession. The battle wasn't an ending, but a beginning. The truth, buried for eons, finally emerged. We were never enemies. We were partners. And as the storm cleared, a new history was written. Not in blood, but in the shared memory of two peoples destined to shape the future together. If this story sparked your curiosity, imagine what other truths are still buried, waiting to be unearthed. Follow our channel for more untold stories from the depths of history. Thanks for watching.